Hey, I'm with the Tornado Chasers down here in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. But today we're talking about 5 tips for growing your YouTube channel or your brand, whatever content you're creating. So let's do it. How does this shot look? This is nice. You got even a little flare here. Okay, the first tip is bite size. Keep your content that you're creating very manageable. If you're being over ambitious in the early times, you're going to be becoming a slave to creating content. And you want to be consistent because you want your audience to know that whenever they come to your platform, Instagram, YouTube, or whatever brand you're building, that there is new content. But you don't have to do this every day. I hear people saying, I want to do a photo a day or a short film every week. Don't be over ambitious in the early days. Bite size, simple, easy, consistent content, and this will help grow your brand rather than trying to do the biggest, coolest thing that you can think of. Keep it simple. Point number 2 is pick one direction. Now, this might seem really obvious, but I see even seasoned YouTube and Instagrammers falling away from this. Picture your channel as a store. And if what you're advertising on the outside isn't what you're providing on the inside, people are gonna leave. They're not gonna be happy. So for me, I'm an independent documentary director, and that is what I talk about. I don't suddenly talk about canoeing on my channel. Now, if I was an outdoor sports channel, perhaps I would. If you pick that one direction, it's so cool with YouTube and Instagram is if you build it, they will come. You will find the people who want to learn about this. This is what the tornado hunters do. They pick their lane. They're hunting tornadoes, and that is what they're gonna provide on their channel. They're not suddenly gonna be talking about car insurance. So for you, pick that direction. And if you find in a year from now you don't like that direction, well, you've progressed, and now you know what you don't like, and you can change directions. Just don't have a smattering of different topics on your channel. Pick one style of topic. My next point is keep your setup easy. Don't get too caught up in the gear. I have a really simple setup, a 16-35, my FX3, and then most importantly, this is the most important tip when it comes to gear, is I have good audio. I have my Sennheiser MKE 400. You can see here, I'm by a busy highway. There's a car wash behind me, but the sound is still amazing. Keep your setup simple. If it's complicated to set up, if you're setting up a million lights, you're gonna be exhausted by the time you start talking. And that's who I wanna mention for our sponsor today as well. It's Sennheiser. Again, like I said, audio is the most important part of your channel. It's what you're communicating. Don't stress too much about the visuals if you got bad audio. So go check out the Sennheiser Mobile 400 MKE kit. I love this thing. Like I said, busy highway behind me, but my audio sounds amazing, and that is the most important part of your channel. I got point number 4, and I'm gonna bring, where is he? There he is, hey, Zach Ramlin. Famous YouTuber Zach Ramlin. My 4th point is your channel really can only be entertaining or educational, or both of them at the same time. But you gotta pick one. And Zach, you have a channel of about 100,000 subscribers. What have you learned?
I think the biggest thing I've learned is to land on your why. Understand why you're creating a channel. Are you working a job that you need some sort of creative outlet and that's what this is? Or are you trying to build a business? Landing on your why of what you're doing can really accelerate and give you the fuel to be able to publish and make videos. Because if you don't have that, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to continue creating.
Go check out Zach's channel. I'll put a link below. Really cool stuff. And we've been chasing tornadoes out here. We're hoping to get one soon.
So exciting.
All right, let's get to our last point here. Maybe a little baby bonus point is always write down your script, because it's easy to feel like you have everything nailed down and then you start talking and it's a hot mess. This last point, very important, your thumbnail and your title. You should have these in mind before you start your video. We're going back to that store analogy. If your YouTube channel is a store and your videos are the product inside that, the most important thing about that product besides it being good is the label. Does someone actually want to pick it up and buy it? So for you, really think about your thumbnail and your title before you ever hit record. Doesn't matter how good the video is, if you have a mediocre thumbnail and mediocre title, no one's gonna be clicking on that video. And the simplest thing with thumbnails is keep them clean, keep them simple, like this. There we go, really cool thumbnail. I could even put it over to the side here and we could have a title. Keeping it clean, keeping it simple is so important for your thumbnail. And avoid the clickbait. People get bitter with that after a while. There you go, guys. That is 5 tips in 5 minutes for building a YouTube channel. I never dreamed that I could be making a good, healthy living off creating a YouTube channel. But here I am 3 years after starting it back in late 2018, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's completely changed my life. So go start yours and see where it takes you. See you on the next one. Say bye, Zach.
Bye.
Love Zach Rambling. Go check him out.